Hey, welcome to the November edition of the How to Podcast series. What are we doing this month? We're doing an episode every single day. For the month of November, yeah, that's a lot of podcast episodes, Dave. And what I want to do is I want to shine a light on amazing podcasters who are doing great things in podcasting. I want you to meet some of my friends. Now, these are friends that I've met through this podcast. These are friends that I've met by being on their show. These are friends that have been at our meetups. These are friends who I cherish and I think are people that you need to know. The best way to grow podcasting is word of mouth marketing, telling people about people's shows. That's what this is all about for the month of November. It's all word of mouth. You're going to hear from them come on and talk about their podcast. You're going to hear clips from shows. You'll have links to go follow these amazing people. And I want to give you a variety of different amazing podcasters for you to fall in love with. And you found the right spot. This is November. It's all about the listeners. It's all about you. And I want to shine a light on some amazing people. Are you ready? Okay. Let's jump into this because I think you're going to love this. And I'm glad you're here. And what I can't wait for is the day when you and I get to interact. I can't wait for us to meet each other at our meetups, online, through the link in the notes attached to this episode, where you and I can meet each other and I can be there in your corner to support you. I would love to do that. So here's another example of one of my friends at their show, and I want you to fall in love with them just as much as I have. Okay? Welcome to the How to Podcast series. It's November. It's National Podcast Post Month. It's 30 episodes in 30 days, and I want you to meet some of my favorite people in this world called podcasting. It's all about them. It's not about me. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Check out one of my friends. You ready? You ready? Okay, here we go. So in this episode, I'm introducing you, if you haven't heard already, about Cash Kid. You're like, who's Cash Kid, Dave? Well, if you have kids and they want to learn about money from a non-adult, you know, those boring people called adults, save your money, children, all that stuff. How about if Cash Kid could teach your kids and your family about money? This amazing human being started a podcast as a project in school, and it's just taken off. And what I love is that this isn't a 55-year-old white guy. This is a kid who's doing an amazing thing in podcasting. So this blows open wide the space for you as a kid to start a podcast. Cash Kid is a great example that we need people just like you. You don't have to be old and grumpy. You can start a podcast and help people. And Cash Kid is a great example of that. Cash Kid was on my show back in the day, and you can check that out. It's great to shine a light on his podcast again, to remind you of this great show if you've never heard of it. I really want you to connect with Cash Kid because I think you're going to love it. I really do. So here's his trailer for his show. And we'll come back and just do a quick recap after this. But it's November. We're shining the light on amazing podcasters. So how about one of the youngest podcasters that I've ever had on my show, Cash Kid, and his amazing show, which is going to teach you about money. So if you're not good with money, whether you're an adult or a kid, this is the show for you. Great guests, great topics, and this kid is so smart. So I want to introduce you, if you've never heard of Cash Kid, this, everyone, is Cash Kid. So proud to promote him on the How to Podcast series for the month of November. Great podcast for you to fall in love with. 30 episodes in 30 days. And today we shine a light on Cash Kid. Here's his trailer. Links in the show notes. Go and take a listen to this podcast. I'm sure you're going to love it. Here's Cash Kid on the How to Podcast series.
And now, on with the show.
What is a Cash Kid? Would you rather have $1 million right now or have a penny doubled for the next 30 days? The answer, coming up. So, you got some cash, maybe from an allowance, or that money your grandma gave you for your 7th birthday.
Here you go, sweetie.
Woohoo! Thanks, Grandma! Whatever it is, what are you gonna do with it? Spend it, hide it away, or maybe invest it? Let's start learning how to make that money grow. Time to learn how to be a cash kid. Hey you guys, Cash Kid here, and this is an introduction episode to the Cash Kid podcast. Be sure to check us out online at thecashkidpodcast.com and listen in on your favorite podcasting platform. Please follow us on our social channels like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Pinterest. Today, I'm talking about what this podcast will be about, plus, what is a cash kid? A cash kid is something I made up to cover up my identity and express my passion for finance and the stock market. I'm here to teach kids and adults the financial literacy skills they need to start saving and earning money early. Join us as we interview experts and explore topics to take that piggy bank to a real bank and start investing today to watch your money grow. Cash kids are kids who at a young age have the entrepreneurial mindset and good financial skills to use their passions, hobbies, and skills to earn money. Just remember, anyone can be a cash kid. You just have to learn how to become one. And that's my belief. Anyone can be a cash kid. As kids, time is on our side when it comes to investing early. So let's be the generation to grow the greatest wealth and be the most financially literate, from financial skills to getting your first job to investing in the stock market. We'll cover it all here on the Cash Kid podcast. Sometimes I may interview people who are professionals, other fellow cash kids, financial planners, or just answer a question. What inspired this podcast is my thrill of the stock market and my love for wanting others to help grow their money, starting early as kids. This podcast will help you become a cash kid yourself. Remember that question we asked, $1 million now or a penny doubled for the next 30 days at the beginning of the episode? What did you decide? I hope you chose the penny, because a penny doubled every day for 30 days equals $5,368,709.12. Thank you for listening. Be sure to hit that follow button and leave a review so you can help us reach a larger audience. And please tell your family and friends. Alright, talk soon. Cash Kid out.
I got to tell you, if I was younger, I would love to hear the voice of another kid who does podcasts that helps me learn about money in such a unique and creative way. This guy's got an amazing family. He's got an amazing podcast. And what's really interesting is they'll have like free time in class. So you can imagine a bunch of kids in class. Teacher gives you free time. What do? I don't know. I pull out like my video games or my phone, or I don't know what kids would do these days. When I was a kid, we didn't have any of that stuff because I feel like I'm an old man when I say that. But anyways, Cash Kid asked permission of his teacher during free time if he can check his stocks. Right? I know. Check his stocks. I didn't even know what stocks were when I was his age. So the future is bright. We got amazing kids like Cash Kid, not only creating great content, being a podcaster, sharing their story, doing what the adults do, but doing it better because it's him. And he can reach an audience that you and I can't reach. So if you want a great example of a kid doing great things in podcasting, which we need more of, by the way, go check out Cash Kid. Definitely give him a like, a follow, a share, subscribe. Get your kids to listen to the show. And get them to do the things that he's telling them to do, and you're going to see your kids grow financially and set themselves up for a great future, all because A kid had an idea in class to create a podcast to talk to other kids about saving money and how to do money right. I love it. The future is so bright. And we need more people just like Cash Kid to create a podcast. It's not up to the old men to do this and old women to do this. It's amazing when somebody young steps up and goes, I want to start a podcast. It's got to make you happy deep down in your heart to see this happening. Cash Kid, everybody, go check it out. Links in the show notes. Go follow, go share, go subscribe, do all the things. And let Cash Kid know you heard about his show right here on the How to Podcast series. Thanks for listening. More great episodes, 30 episodes, 30 days. Oh my gosh. But we're here for you, and we're really happy that you're here. So thanks for listening. Catch you tomorrow. So I love being a podcaster. I love meeting these great people. And I love the fact that you press play on this episode and that you're still here. That tells me that there's something here for you. And if you're like, Dave, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this community, and I want to spend some time with you. There's a link in the show notes. It's just for you. You and I can get together and chat about your podcast, answer any questions you have. And the most important thing is we get to meet each other. So if you feel like you've been podcasting alone, you should never podcast alone. You should podcast in a group. We have a community just for you. And I, Dave, would love to be part of your community. howtopodcast.ca is where you can find me, find our amazing community, and meet the people you've met here today on this episode. So, what are you waiting for? Stop podcasting by yourself. Reach out. I would love to talk to you. Happy National Podcast Post Month, and we'll talk soon. Thank you for being part of a community, and thank you for listening to this episode. howtopodcast.ca. Take care.